Well, good afternoon, and thank you for this opportunity to provide information regarding our jail population management efforts. I want to start off by first saying thank you to the staff for their hard work, their dedication, their commitment. Our detention officers, the deputies, administrative staff, leadership has worked around the clock to make sure that we can manage the population increase that we're experiencing. We have not seen a significant increase in arrests. What we are experiencing is a significant increase in people who are not able to post bond due to having no bond or higher bonds. That has been the driver, caused us to put forth additional efforts to ensure that we are maintaining the proper operations, providing the necessary medical care and personal needs, addressing those for the people entrusted in our care. I want to start by telling you some things that we have put in place to address the additional numbers that we're housing. We've located additional areas within the jail to convert it into housing so that we can house more than our capacity. We have brought in extra portable beds so people can have a place to sleep. We provided extra blankets into the zero level area before they reach the housing floors. We brought in fresh water containers so they can stay hydrated. We have brought 3 meals a day to those who are in zero level as well throughout the housing. We brought additional medical staff. We're ensuring that everyone gets a medical screening when they come in, and medical staff is on the floor to make sure if they have any medical issues or if they become injured or sick, they put in a sick slip. Our staff has been told, as they normally do, to observe their mates to make sure if they have any problems that we can get them the help that they need. For those who are in there 24 hours or more, we made arrangements to rotate them upstairs so they can get showers, and we're accommodating bathroom breaks. The place is being sanitized daily. Again, providing the food that they need. We brought in extra telephones, extra tablets, which will allow them access to contact family and friends and bail bondsmen. So we're doing everything to address the medical needs, making sure they get the medication that they need, also address their personal hygiene as well. It's been a challenge, but staff has stepped up and done a great job, and I commend them. In addition, we're in constant conversations with the district attorney's office, with the judges, with county leadership to address the population issue, what can be done from a court standpoint, if any court disposition can be expedited. So we're looking at all those avenues to address this situation. We've talked with DAC. We have a backlog. Last week we were over 100. The secretary assured me she will work diligently to get those inmates out into the state facilities. They've been working this week and they've been picking them up. So that's helping with population management as well. So we're leaving nothing unturned to address this situation. Again, we see that the driver is that many of the charges that are on the IRENA laws list has led to no bond or higher bonds, and that is the cause of our additional inmates that we have to care for until final disposition is done by the courts. The county's been very generous as we talked with the county leadership. They did provide $7 million to help us address all this need to get us through to June 30th. So now we're into the next budget year, and we have a better understanding of what's needed, and so they're still providing additional fundings to address this. This is one of the situations when you pass a law and you implement it in December, which is halfway through the budget year, and you budget it for what we average around 1,600, and then that population jumps up to 1,800 or 1,900. So you have to go back to the vendors and get additional food, additional medical supplies, medication, all the treatment, things that take place, bring in additional staff to work. So that's what we're addressing. It's been having people in place, having enough money to cover it, but the county has stepped up and we're getting it done. We use most time deputies who are scheduled to do some overtime. We have different deputies in different work groups, such as our SRT, different units, and they're able to come in if no operation is going on. So we have spread it throughout all of our work groups, from our courthouse operations to our judicial service process. Some of the patrol deputies, administrative deputies, supervisors have stepped up. Everybody is doing their part, because we understand that we're one office and it takes all of us to get the job done. We have a good working relationship with all our law enforcement partners, federal, state, and local. We don't encourage people not to arrest. We all understand that we got a duty to keep our community safe, and unfortunately part of that is arresting people who commit crimes that warrant arrest. There are also crimes that people commit that could result in a verbal warning, a written warning, a citation, or physical arrest. So each agency has their policy and their procedures that they govern themselves according to. We support it, and once the arrest is made and they're brought to our location, it's our job to safely secure them. I want them to continue to do what they've been doing. I think all of our law enforcement partners understand the importance of keeping the community safe, building public trust, working with the community, and they're well trained and rehearsed on who they should arrest and who they shouldn't. Our staff is doing the same thing. We haven't given any special instructions to not arrest people, just to continue to do the job, and I think they're doing a great job. On the housing floors, it's one per cell. Down in zero level, those are not individual cells. Those cells will hold multiple people, and so you may find multiple arrestees in there while they're waiting to be placed in the housing area up on the other floors. When the annex opens, that will give us 240 more beds. So that's a big relief, because if you subtract 240 from the current 19 we got over there, move them over, that's going to bring us closer to our 1574. But we'll still have those additional areas within the jail that we have converted into space to house people. So we're going to do what it takes to make sure that we safely and securely secure those who are entrusted in our care until the annex is fully operational, until we break ground and we open the expansion of the jail to get us up to over 2,400. And we're going to continue to work with our community partners, the private sector, the public sector, faith-based and nonprofits, to help that we can encourage people not to commit crime as a means of survival or acceptance or control. Hopefully those arrest numbers will go down. But at the end of the day, we must be prepared for whatever occurs, and I think we're doing an excellent job at addressing it. I also want to note, for any of these alleged statements about the condition of the jail, that we are addressing it accordingly, and the staff is doing a phenomenal job and needs to be commended for what they're doing, sacrifice their families are making while they're putting these long hours in to get this job done.
Yeah, what do you want to say to anyone who feels like the conditions inside the jail right now are inhumane?
Well, I would say that they're not inhumane. They're challenging. I think the best way to describe it is that you have a family of 6 and a household that accommodates 6, and 25 family members show up to spend time with you, and you can't turn them away. We've got people that we've got to accommodate, and we've done everything that can be done, from creating extra space for them, to providing the food, to getting medical attention to them, and making sure the personal needs are addressed. And one thing about it, the building is only so large, but I think we're meeting the needs, and the county is working hard to help us address this short term and long term.